You have to do at least one of these a day. This is Chris doing our morning routine.
Well, good evening, friends. Ryan here with Mountains into Memories for a fun-filled episode here. We, as you can tell, are not at an RV campground for this episode. We are here deep in the Allegheny National Forest. If you missed last week's episode, we are hiking the Minister Creek Loop, and this is our campsite here. Minister Creek is down the way, and this is the North Country Trail intersection here. We've got 3 tents set up, myself and Bill from Maxim Outdoors, and Chris from Hiking with Ricky. They're over there filtering some water at the moment, and we're just kind of getting ready to build a fire and get some food and stuff going. I'm going to walk around and see if I can't maybe catch a fish or something. I got the tent set up. It was a little bit of a battle. I've never used this tent before, and apparently the rain fly has to be on a specific way for it to actually make sense. But the problem currently that we face is actually that it very well could rain overnight and tomorrow, so you know, we all got the rain flies set up, which means it'll keep the rain away. So we're hoping for a clear night here at the site. You can see fairly well above us, so we're hoping to maybe see some stars or the Milky Way or some such thing. And that's kind of it for now. Gonna show you what we're cooking tonight. I got one of them Mountain House dehydrated things. I think it's teriyaki chicken or something like that, so we're gonna show you that. And whatever else we get into here. In the tent, I got a bed pad and a sleeping bag and a pillow, so it's pretty simplistic. I'll have to have my pack and everything else in there to keep it dry overnight. So it's pretty simple. Backpacking is simple because you can't carry a whole bunch of stuff because it's heavy. Alright, well, I'm still in the process of relearning how to backpack, but I've got a little stove on a big fuel tank, and Bill's got a big stove on a little fuel tank.
Somebody's compensating out here. We don't know who it is.
So yeah, we don't know who's right and who's wrong, but and then Chris has the same setup I do. Little stove on a big but yeah, and I'm trying to follow the directions to make this. It says something about 1 2/3 cups of water. I don't know how much water that is, but we're using that much that's in there. However much that is, that's what we're putting in here. So it may not be good, it may be good, I don't know, but it's going to boil fast. So, alright, I'm going to try to light this thing and not blow myself up, and we'll see what we can scrounge up for dinner here. If not, I got popcorn in the backpack.
There's a lot of mushrooms around.
Yeah, Bill says the mushrooms around here are good to eat, so maybe we'll try that. Come on. I just always wanted one of these stoves just because I like the sound it makes. So, I mean, I really don't know how to use it. I've never used one, but it sounds cool, so I got one. It's got sparks flying out of it. I don't know. Maybe Primus isn't as good as the jet boil ones. Maybe you ought to get the jet boil ones. Probably a good idea to take this out of your Mountain House meal, because you probably don't want to eat it. It probably ain't good for you. It's chicken teriyaki. Alright, so you pour the water in, stir carefully, close zipper. You guys can read instructions, can't you? Wait 5 minutes, stir again, reseal. 4 minutes later, you got food. And then you just eat it out of here. You don't have to clean it up because Bill doesn't want to do dishes. So. Bill's got beef stroganoff. Chris has chicken fried rice, all from Mountain House. So I'm not sure if Mountain House is good or not, but they never expire, so that's a good thing. All right. We got a nice fire going here. They're pretty good at starting fires, much better than me. So.
I didn't do anything.
Well, Bill didn't do anything. He's just sitting
When
there.
there's a group of guys in a fire, I usually just sit there.
He doesn't do dishes and he doesn't start fires. So
Yeah.
he's pretty much
bring my
worthless.
own chairs.
Yeah.
I'm basically using stone.
Yeah, he's too good for the stone recliners, so it's fine. I guess when you have 12,000 subscribers,
Big YouTube on
you
your-
can't sit in these rocking chairs. I'm trying to follow these directions, but I haven't really. I think it's probably ready, so I'm gonna sit in my hard stone chair and taste it and see what it's like. So Chris says these are 2 servings, so I guess I'm kind of greedy. But yeah, they're also saying use less water than what the package says, so I probably went a bit overboard, but I didn't measure it. So, it tastes pretty good though. It does seem like it's a little watery though.
Backpacking trips, you have to do at least one of these a day. This is Chris doing our morning routine. You're going to carry a 300-pound log on your shoulder across the street. Day backpacking here.
It's not like we didn't have enough wood, but actually that's probably the best piece of wood that we have. Oh, look at that. It's so dry it broke right in half.
We basically have a fire pit made of wood. Like we have a fire pit made of friggin' logs.
We're trying to dry all this stuff out, so it might burn at some point today.
It's science.
Yeah, science.
Pretty darn nice fire, huh?
Yeah, this is way better than I was expecting. Found a ton of wood. It's dry. It's burning.
Yeah, I figured we'd have like 4 sticks together trying to get this fire started. But yeah, might actually see some stars tonight. Good clouds.
I mean, I'm wearing shorts and Crocs, like.
In October.
I mean, in October, where we're thinking like last year this weekend, I think there was snow on the ground, wasn't there?
Yeah, probably. It was cold.
Couldn't ask for better weather.
Yeah,
you couldn't ask for a better trip, I don't think. This is probably the perfect weekend.
Yeah, this has been a great day.
I don't think it could get any worse than this.
Can't get any better, that's for sure.
And then we'll just go to us smiling.
Alright, well, Bill wasn't able to produce the Milky Way like he promised, but
A little bit of it. It wasn't too bad.
but he sure got the owls all riled up.
That's back-to-back backpacking trips that do a little alcohol.
And this is our way of getting the fire going, using the trail map. So
It's hard times out here, man. Hard times.
when you're hiking with a wrestling fan,
Yeah.
this is what you get.
Body slam
Yeah,
you.
yeah, he's dropping a power bomb on the fire.
But it's been a good night. I think we're headed to bed here shortly. But this is the end. So we'll probably see in the morning, see what kind of breakfast we can make and trouble we can get into.
Our nice dry morning.
Yeah, it's gonna be dry in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Well, friends, good morning from rainy Minister Creek. Just trying to get some breakfast going. Got another mountain house. This is a breakfast skillet, so I'm pretty stoked to see what it tastes like. So I'm working on that, and I'm gonna make some tea, and Yeah, that's kind of the plan. We're gonna eat, get packed up, and get out of here. It's not raining too hard at the moment, but it's hard enough. It did get a little cold, but you know, surprisingly, I didn't have any issues with that really. It didn't start raining until like 3 or 4 in the morning, so for the most part, it was a pretty good night. I'm gonna try to start getting some of this stuff organized. I don't know how well you can see, but my sleeping bag and some other stuff scattered around here, it's kind of a mess. Figure get organized, eat breakfast, and get out of here. Alright, I think the water outside is starting to boil. Sit out there for a minute here. Lipton tea bag, almost in the dry. Stick that in there. But it'll be nice to have something warm to drink in the morning. It's about 8 o'clock now. They're thinking we want to try to get out of here by 9. Get on the trail. And we'll show you what we see. I'll try my best, but I got to keep this camera out of the rain too. It looks like there may be some rock formations on this section of the trail, so I'll try my best to show them to you somehow. Yeah, and I'll see what kind of footage I can get of us packing up camp. Bill's out and about getting some time lapses already.
It'll be fun coming out doing this.
The nice thing, friends, about this big heavy tent that I brought back here is I do have a lot of dry space, which is a plus. But this is not the ideal tent for backpacking. It weighs a ton, and if I'm doing this anymore, we're gonna have to lighten the pack somehow. Carried way too much water. If you're somewhere where you're gonna be able to get water, it's probably not necessary to carry some of the stuff that I did. Do your research so you know that sort of thing ahead of time. But yeah, definitely need to lighten the load. And the tent, that's a big part of that, but right now I'm enjoying the benefits of it because I have lots of space. And it's especially helpful because the bottom half of the tent here on the downhill side is like a puddle, so it's working out okay, I guess. We got all packed up. All the tents are gone. Our bag's over there, pack's over there. If there's one common thing between RVing and backpacking and tent camping, breaking down in the rain is no fun. We've done it all. It's really not cold, which is a big plus. If it was like any colder than this, I'd have been probably not here. But you know, we've had pretty good luck with the weather. Yesterday was perfect, and you know, I don't imagine today's going to be that bad. I think there's some scenery to be seen on this trail here. Some more rocks and stuff on the map and formations. So I really want to try to show it to you as best I can. You'll just have to excuse water droplets being on the lens or if it gets fogged up or something. But I'm trying my best to show you what we see along the trail. I think it's like 3 miles back to the cars. And the good news is there's a place there to change clothes. I have dry clothes and stuff in the car. And I think my pack's lighter today than it was. Like I said, way overpacked on the water. So now that I've, you know, drank a lot of the fluids I carried along, yeah, it's lighter. But the tent's heavier because it's covered in leaves and it's wet. All right, we'll see you on down the trail. It was a bit confusing trying to get back on the trail after we broke camp. So because where we camped, the North Country Trail. It kind of intersects with the Minister Creek Trail, and they follow each other there for a while. And the North Country Trail has blue blazes. The Minister Creek has these little silver things that's hard to see. They've been a little interesting to follow throughout this whole adventure. It's not labeled very well. For as popular as this trail is, that would be its downfall. But a nice fella from the camp near us was able to put us in the right direction. And, you know, we already talked about the confusion with the maps too, so. But we're on our way. We know where we're going now. We're all nice and dry. Chris is embracing the suck, as he said. The leaves on the ground are cool, and there's some cool stuff up in the trees, but if I point the camera up in the air, then you'll never be able to see anything again, so. And big rocks and boulders and stuff on the trail too, so. Pretty nice section. There's a nice little spring right here you can get water from if you're looking for water. Alright, as we're making our way up out of the creek bottom, we've gone up a pretty steep incline thus far, but the rain has really slowed down, which is a big positive. You know, if we get a nice break in the storm till we get back to the cars, that'd be really ideal. I think we might be at the spot where the trail splits, but I can't tell. Yeah, there's a sign. The North Country Trail, it doesn't end here, but for us it ends here. We're headed that way, following the hard to see white diamonds that barely shows up in my shot there. So don't get lost, especially when it's cold and rainy like this. Probably be a bad day. Behind me over here, friends, you have this very misty and magical view. If you're seeing all the fog, it actually ain't the lens. It's very foggy. The rain's pretty much let up. Good bit of fall color right here in particular. And you got mountains coming down there, into the Minister Creek Valley. It's pretty special. Friends, we think and we hope that we are on the trail. And as beaten down as this path is that we're on, you have to imagine that it's it. But I haven't seen a blaze in forever. This trail's just been very poorly marked. But there were boulders on the map. And, you know, as you can see around me, we're in kind of a boulder field, which seems to be like a common thing in this area. Several times I've been in the Allegheny National Forest, and you find places like this. So something about the geology creates a situation for these, you know, giant boulders. Now these aren't as big as the ones we've seen yesterday, but still pretty impressive. I mean, that's the size of an RV or bigger. So it's pretty cool that this kind of thing is here, and it's a very pretty forest. Well, hopefully you can see across the way over there another one of these massive boulders. That one over there, I mean, it's probably like a 5-story building, and it's equally as wide. It's cool to get closer to it. I don't know if the trail takes us down there at all or not. Well, we just stopped for the last time here at the Deer Lick Trail. We actually had originally planned on camping down there, but we were told that the beavers took over Minister Creek and flooded out the whole spot. So you may want to check if you plan on camping there to see if it's still flooded out. But we're all pretty happy that we camped where we were. It was a beautiful spot, and we had a nice clearing above us today. We actually got to see some stars. I got a couple pictures, probably show them in the video here. All in all, it was a good night where we camped, so that's what I would recommend you do. We have probably a mile and a half left, so not too bad. Bill's soaked, but Chris and I are mostly dry, I think, so I don't know what he did wrong, but...
Just living. Just being alive.
But yeah, we're pretty much on our way out. That was the last stop. My iPhone storage is full, so not much left here other than the creek. We're gonna hike the fishing trail out. So, you know, might get you some shots of cascades and stuff like that as we see them. Then we'll be back at the car. Friends, we talked about yesterday how this trail just keeps changing and getting better and better, and here it is again with this awesome hemlock forest here on the fishing trail. It's a straighter path down to the parking area than the north loop, and we're all ready to get back to the cars. We are getting pretty wet at this point, and camera issues, and there's moisture and temperature and all that stuff. So, but look at this beautiful place that we're in. This would be a place you could spend some time if it was a nice day. Alright, well friends, we've made it to this crazy old graffiti covered building here. We don't really know what this place was or anything really about it, but it's dry and it's a good spot to take a little breather and clean off camera lenses and unfog everything. So we're just gonna hang out here for a few minutes, I think. Bill, while Chris is over there, what was your favorite part of the trail that we did?
The favorite part of the trail, I mean, there's such a good diversity on this over the last 2 days, you know, we've seen hemlock forests, overlooks. We were joking around last night, the only thing this trail was missing was a waterfall. So,
yeah.
We're going to write the National Forest a letter to see if they can put one in for us. But,
yeah, Minister Creek needs a waterfall.
Yeah, so sign the petition. But my favorite part of this whole trail was just hanging out at the campfire last night. We had a blast. We saw stars, you know, we laughed all night, and it was a good old time. So, yeah, that was my favorite part.
So the whole thing.
Yeah.
When Ricky the wrestling fan gets back over here, Smokey the Bear we'll see what his favorite part was.
Yeah,
Ricky, the wrestling fan, what was your favorite part of the trail?
I don't know. Probably just hanging out with you guys at the camp last night, having a fire and just telling stories, shooting ideas, and just coming together as friends. It was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always cool to get to meet people with common interests, and that's what this whole YouTube thing is all about. Is getting to find other people that share the same interests and know things about it. And
go out in the middle of the woods when it's pouring rain and hang out in a weird old shack. No cell service.
yeah.
It's soaking wet.
Yep, we're all pretty well drenched. Friends, this is the end of the episode. I'm checking out here, but next Thursday, tune in. Make sure you like this video. I guarantee you what we're doing next Thursday is going to be a lot drier than this. So we will see you then.